want to do a quick video here. The Powerwall a few weeks in a row has been going into Stormwatch. Doesn't look like a particularly stormy kind of day, but with the high winds and dryness that we've had here in Central Florida, there's a high fire risk. So the Powerwalls have switched into the Stormwatch mode and are anticipating a potential power loss because of the weather event. Kind of neat to see it operating. It's always good to have the backup power, of course, and you never know what might happen. To take a look at Stormwatch and what that mode looks like, we open up the app. You see the yellow words Stormwatch up at the top. That's really what's going to let you know that the system's operating in that mode. You'll also get a notification whenever the system goes into this mode and exits the mode when the Stormwatch isn't in effect anymore. If you quickly look at the power flow section here, we see the system's operating pretty well, the same, with the exception being that the batteries, which are charged at this point, are just kind of being ignored or excluded. They're now reserved exclusively for potential power loss, so you're not able to discharge them in this mode until or unless you had a power outage. If we look at the graph for how today went, we come and see right at about 6 a.m. the batteries entered this Stormwatch mode, which meant that there was a national weather alert that triggered this. So that could be due to a storm coming in, or in our case, it was actually due to high winds and high fire risk due to warm weather and extreme dryness, along with those winds, set off a local weather alert through the weather channel that communicates with the gateway and turns this mode on. It took about an hour and a half for the batteries to get from their depleted state of charge. I'm not sure exactly where they were, although they charged at 6.7 kilowatts for an hour and a half. So at a pretty fast rate, they put in about 10. We were probably at 60% state of charge in the battery. This just topped them off to 100%. And then you see that the batteries cease to operate for the home's usage, and they're now reserved for power outages. So pretty neat to see that they charge quickly. The entire system would take about 4 hours to get from completely dead or 0% state of charge to full, which means that you'll likely have plenty of time for the batteries, even if they are depleted, to get to a pretty decent state of charge, even if it's in the middle of the night, before you're going to actually have that power outage. So the system's operating in the background, taking care of you, and certainly going to be there charged up and ready to go if you did lose power. This is a setting down here in Customize. At the bottom, we can see Stormwatch active, detects those incoming storms, fully charges to provide backup power. It happens seamlessly. I have noticed after this Stormwatch in our area is gone, the system has had trouble exiting it, so the batteries stay separate and remote, which has required a reset on the gateway, so that's pushing in on one button to allow it to reset. You could simply just turn this off, but I think it's a good feature to have on. I'm somebody that kind of believes that you need to be, and it's good to be connected to the grid somewhat. It's there to help you, and you're there to help it, so I keep this on. But if you were having trouble with it getting stuck in or out of this mode, you could just turn it off entirely. But very cool feature. I think it's invaluable and good to have there for you when you need it. Hope everybody enjoyed. Thank you. Take care.